team, what is up? Welcome back to the KITCHEL Sports Network, the newest edition of Midnight Madness. We've had buzzer beaters, we've had upsets, we've had a guy go for 52 this week. We're going to get to all of those highlights here in just a moment. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at RobbieDKitchel. You stay up to date on everything with video productions and anything in the world of sports that I like to sort of tweet about in my own world. And then don't forget to tune into Game Time Sports with JB and KB over in Seattle, Washington. It's a great sports radio talk show. Hope you guys can tune in every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. I go on Thursdays at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, but you should tune in every day. It's a fantastic show. Those guys do a great job at putting that together. We start things off in the Big East between Syracuse and Villanova, two of the more intriguing teams this year in the Big East because they have been up and down all season. You know, let me rephrase that. Every team in the Big East besides Pittsburgh, I'd say, has been up and down this season. But two of the more interesting teams have been Syracuse and Villanova. Two young, experienced teams, a lot of talent, but the Orange and the Wildcats doing battle at the Wachovia Center. Jim Boeheim's team coming in with a 2-game win streak. They lost 6 of 8 before that. Remember, they started the season 18-0. Chris Joseph kicks things off with a crazy swat, and then we go back to the other end, the alley scoop to Rick Jackson, throwing it down from Scoop Jardine. That's why you called him alley scoop. Get it? 30 seconds to go in the first half. Malik Wayans, the hoop and the horn. That was Wayans' only basket of the game. He was 1 for 9 from the field. Cuse up by 2 at recess. Second half, Brandon Trish, a guy that just sort of does it all for the Orange. There he hits the three-pointer. Syracuse up by 7 now, and they're really poised to stretch this to 1 out. Jackson, the alley-oop, this time from Chris Joseph. It's a 9-point lead. Jackson, 18 points, 8 of 9 from the field, but it's Villanova's home court. They got to come back in it. Dominique Cheek couldn't lay it in. Don't worry, your friendly neighborhood Isaiah Armwood is going to tip it in. 12 points, 10 boards from Isaiah Armwood, a guy that normally comes off the bench, but his services were needed in the starting lineup. Scoop Jardine doesn't care. 20 points and 6 dimes from Scoop. We'll talk about him here in a bit. Under 3 minutes to go. Again, another Nova comeback. Remember Corey Stokes, the guy that's been out the last 3 games? This time, he comes through with a clutch three-pointer. 24 points. Again, first game back from injury in about 2 weeks. But Syracuse, under a minute to go, look at Trish, a guy that just does it all. 11.7 boards. Now, Syracuse up by 1. They break the press, and a hard foul by James Bell on Dion Waiters. You take another look, though, it's actually a good play on the ball. It looked bad as Waiters went down. Officials will discuss it. No flagrant foul. So under 10 seconds to go, well, maybe this is karma because James Bell throws it away. Syracuse, a much-needed win on the road, a 69-64 victory over 14th-ranked Villanova. Scoop Jardine, 20 points, 6 assists. Rick Jackson, a very efficient game with 18. They did turn the ball over 16 times. And Fab Mel, you know, that 5-star guy coming out of high school for the Orange, played just 2 minutes, a guy that really hasn't contributed as much as we anticipated at the start of the season. But here's Scoop Jardine. Here's the scoop, ladies and gentlemen. He scored 20 points against Villanova on Monday, 63% from the field. The first 18 games that they won this year, he shot 44% from the field and scored almost 14 a game. In the next 10, where they were 6 and 4, just 9 and 5, or I should say that they were 4 and 6. You know what it means. Let's go to Providence, Rhode Island, that is. Providence against Notre Dame, 9th-ranked team in the country, the Irish. Marshawn Brooks, if you haven't heard of him, I don't know why, but the Friars were down by as much as 16 in this game. Here's Vincent Council for 3, cuts the lead to 4. Keno Davis's team playing with a lot of heart. Under a minute to go, Brooks gets the ball back off the block, lays it in. It's a 3-point game. Again, Providence, they just kept coming back. They kept fighting. They kept hitting hard. There's Brooks with the lanes down to a 2-point game. Now they're down by 4. And Brooks, a pull-up 3. He nails it. So it's a 1-point game. 1 second to go. Tim Abramitis intentionally misses the free throw. Brooks from 3/4 court. Doesn't really know his own strength. But Marshawn Brooks, one of the bright spots on this Providence team, as the Irish win at 94-93. Yeah, it's a great scoreline. There was no defense between these two teams, but look at that stat line from Marshawn Brooks. 52 points. He was 20 for 28 from the field, 6 of 10 from three-point range. He also tossed in 5 assists, so he also got his team involved. But his 52 points, most points in a game this year, tied with Lamar's Mike James. There is no I in Marshawn Brooks, but there is an I in Providence. Maybe you need to throw that in with the team. But Brooks averaging 25 a game this year. He scored double digits in every single Providence game this year. He also scored 43 in a loss to Georgetown. So Marshawn Brooks keep an eye on him. He could be a guy that might factor in to the NBA draft. Out to Storrs, Connecticut, George Blaney filling in for Jim Calhoun, who had to attend a family matter as they take on Marquette at home into the half. Jimmy Butler, who played 44 minutes in this game. I sort of gave it away that this one's going to go to overtime, but he played 44 of the 45 minutes, knocking down the jumper to end the half. Now second half, Kemba Walker at the top of the key, had 27 points, but needed 27 shots to get there. UConn coming back. UConn do it. Niels Giffey takes the lead for UConn, and here it appears they're starting to pull away. Look at the pass from Shabazz Napier to Jeremy Lamb. Huskies up by 8, but Marquette, one of the more resilient teams in college basketball, is this Golden Eagle Ball Club. As Darius Johnson Odom gets the steal, gets the ball back, loses it, then gets it back again, and goes off glass and puts it in, tied at 59. Now Walker coming back the other way, 3 seconds to go. Gonna try to win it himself. The iron unkind, so we're going to overtime. It's not like UConn's a stranger to overtime games. They played a lot of them in their day in the Big East. In the overtime session, though, Darius Johnson Odom had 17 points in the game, 9 of them in OT. Marquette, a huge road win, 74-67, possibly cementing their place in the NCAA tournament. Conway, South Carolina, between two Big South teams, UNC Asheville and Coastal Carolina. Not too often we see two teams like this here on Midnight Madness, but it was a game too. Remember, Anthony Rafa played 37 minutes off the bench, hits the 3 there. Now 3 minutes to go. Look at the nice basket from Chad Gray. So Shanta clears. It's tied, 5 seconds to go. Matt Dickey misses the 3. Rafa with the rebound, calls a timeout. Chanticleer set up a play. I don't think this is what they draw it up. Dickey gets it back on the steal. Top of the key, bang! Look at the Bulldogs of UNC Asheville getting the victory on the road. Coastal Carolina was 25-3 coming to this game, and the Bulldogs, they win it thanks to Matt Dickey, 13 points. And what a shot from the young man, Matt Dickey. Bulldogs win it in thrilling fashion. John Calipari doesn't look too happy over in Fayetteville. And we're going to overtime straight off between Arkansas and Kentucky. Basket up and good there for Marcus Britt. Under 10 seconds to go. Brandon Knight starts becoming very selfish, just starts tossing up shots. Kentucky would have the ball, though, with 1.8 seconds left. A chance for Calipari to set up a play. Brandon Knight had 26 points in the game. He needed 29, and that three-pointer nowhere near the rim. And Arkansas, their first win against Kentucky, almost 10 years to the day. Incredible performance from the Razorbacks. They beat the Wildcats by 1. Kentucky, they've lost 5 of their last 6 on the road in the SEC. You want to talk about a wild finish? Let's go to Ann Arbor between Wisconsin and Michigan. Ryan Gosser here on the rebound, puts it up and in. 3 minutes to go. We're tied at 50. But the Maize and Blue, they're really starting to play their way onto the bubble. Here's Jordan Morgan inside. Michigan has every player on this team returning next season, so keep an eye on the Wolverines next season. 30 seconds to go. Darius Morris, a chance to ice it, misses the front end of a 1-on-1, so 5 seconds left. Bo Ryan, this is the play he draws up. Ryan Gosser on glass. Yes, sir. Gosser, the freshman, wins it. Take another look. Extended banking hours in Ann Arbor as Josh Gosser wins it for the Badgers, 53-52 the final. An incredible finish from Chrysler Arena. By the way, I don't know why I want to keep calling him Ryan Gosser, but his name's Josh Gosser, the freshman. Only a second basket of the game on that three-pointer. A good win on the road for Wisconsin, and Michigan's at-large hopes probably out the window now with that loss. But obviously another great battle in the Big Ten, and we got a great one coming up this week. San Diego State, BYU, going to get ready to do battle this weekend. 2 top 10 teams that are fighting for a 1 seed. Jimmer Fredette, Kawhi Leonard, a great battle in the Mountain West. Keep an eye on it for highlights later this week from Midnight Madness. But everyone have a great week. Enjoy the college hoops in the hardwood, and we'll see you later.